Hello, Pisces. How are we doing? My little fishy people. My name is Lauren. This is the Untitled Tarot, where we are figuring out what we are and who we are and what the hell we're doing in this thing called life together. So we're not gonna label it. I was sitting with your energy and I feel like, is somebody messing with you, Pisces? Is somebody trying to get your goat? There's a lot of craziness going on, so maybe you feel like the quarantines are a little bit of like an annoyance. I feel like, not like an outward threat or somebody or something like really coming at you in a dramatic way. I just feel very much of like a pest, annoying, like get away from me, like kind of energy. I think a lot of our Pisces people have really kind of gone in and figured out how to become masters of that water emotion in which you reign, of course. And so I think that you guys are really kind of like ebbing and flowing with everything that's happening in a really good way, in a much better way than I think the air signs were dealing with it. We haven't really cracked into the rest of the water signs or anyone else yet, but so far you seem to be doing all right. So that's good. But I do feel like a pesty energy, like something is annoying you, like you're just trying to go with the flow and there's something around you or there's someone around, there's something going on that's like annoying you a little bit that you're trying not to pay attention to. And like I said, it could just be like these circumstances in which we find ourselves in lately. That could just be like an annoyance to you, like you're trying to go with the flow, like not freak out about it, but it's like, oh, I wish I didn't have to deal with this. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with you. First and foremost, we're gonna thank Source for being with us here today. We're gonna thank Source for all of the love, the protection, the guidance, the blessings, every day, every way, always. Thank you for connecting us here together. May these messages be clear and our highest good and true. One more, okay. Yelling at me. Yeah, that's better. I know, that's better. Feels better for me too. Okay, here we go, Pisces. This is the Everyday Witches Tarot by Deborah Blake, in case anybody's wondering. Five of Swords in reverse. You're trying to avoid any kind of conflict. You're not trying to bother anybody. You're not trying to be selfish. You're not trying to make a scene. Just trying to ride that ebb and flow. That's good. Oh, okay. Let's see what you got. 10 of Cups. You're not trying to upset your apple cart. Page of Swords. This kind of came out a little bit on its side though, a little bit. It's mostly upright. We'll see. What's this? The Queen of Wands. Interesting. I'm hearing like, I know what I know. It seems like there's some situation that is like I said, annoying you a little bit. It's like a little bit of like a pest situation. And you really are trying to avoid the conflict, but it seems like you know at any point in time you could kind of come in with this Page of Swords and be like, I'm gonna set the record straight right now with your little Queen of Wands fiery energy, you know? But it seems like you are kind of sitting, you're trying to sit in your like your 10 of Cups, your like emotional happy place, like I don't want to rock the boat, I'm just trying to flow with everything that's going on, I'm really trying to avoid this conflict, like I know I could maybe stick up for myself in this situation. I could like defend myself. Like I could do that, but I don't really want to do that. And then you have the Five of Wands, and originally it fell on my lap reverse, and then it went on its side. So you're like really teeter-tottering, like, should I just like cut this out real quick and then get it out of my way so I could go back to like sitting in my little happy place? Or should I just leave it alone? It's like, shoe fly, don't bother me. Knight of Swords in reverse. You might be deciding like, maybe I should just sit tight. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut. It might be better for me if I just keep my mouth shut. They'll tire themselves out eventually. The first thing that comes to my mind. Chariot. You're like, I gotta get the hell out of here. Death in reverse. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with these people. It seems like whatever or whomever is trying to poke you, it's like a very poke the bear kind of energy. It's not like I said, it doesn't feel like somebody's like coming at you. It just feels like somebody's just like poking you, prodding you a little bit. They're doing something to do it, but it seems like whatever you got on them is like a lot. Like, I wouldn't be poking you if I were them. That's what it seems like. Because it seems like with these swords, you got a lot of swords. You could cut them up a couple different ways. So, and you're just trying to mind your own business. You're just trying to get out of here. You're not trying to have like, you're not trying to expose anybody, but they keep coming at you, upsetting, creating, you know, it seems like you're just trying to ebb and flow in the ocean, and they're coming in making like these little tiny baby peaks. You're like, should I roll over, make a bigger wave? Don't make me do it. It feels a little guarded, but like healthy selfishness, like just like boundaries. It feels very boundaries. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, because you're sitting in your Nine of Pentacles. You're like, leave me alone. I'm quarantined. I'm home. I'm gonna read my books. I'm gonna drink my wine and watch my Netflix. Quit poking at me. I don't know if they're doing something on social media or... Five of Cups. Page of Wands in reverse. Three of Cups upright. You really think that somebody's poking at you because they're crying over spilled milk. And that's why they're poking at you. But they know they have it coming. That's not nice. But they have it coming, which is why you're sitting so pretty in your Nine of Pentacles. Whatever the situation that has transpired, you're just sitting here real pretty. You're like, say what you got to say, poke away, do what you got to do, because between you, me, and what about Bob, we both know, all my swords, I could cut you right up. Keep poking, keep poking. Page of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Cups. You're not gonna let anybody upset your little celebration, your little party. Page of Wands in reverse, that's going for something like real passionately. The Five of Cups, that's this person like not really wanting to come full steam because they know what the fuck's up. But they don't like to see you enjoying yourself. That's this Three of Cups and this Nine of Pentacles. Like, they don't like to see you enjoying yourself. And the fact that you aren't going out of your way to upset the apple cart, to engage in whatever poking this is making them feel a little deflated, I'm getting. It's like a little burst to their bubble. Maybe they thought like they could poke you a little bit and like rile you up. Some people do that. Some people will like poke at you to rile you up just to see if you care. Like, to them, to some people, the only way that they understand somebody cares about them is by somebody like getting upset or fighting with them. Like, it's just that level of emotion means that they care. But there's like, you can express like that height of emotion in like healthier ways. such as love and acceptance and forgiveness and space to grow and be, you know? Six of Pentacles. You're not holding any grudges. You're being the best of yourself. You're being magnanimous, you know, like you're sitting in your truth. You're doing your thing. You're giving, you're receiving, you're in your own little happy place. I freaking hate it. That probably, maybe that feels like a poke to them. Maybe. You know, it's like the best revenge is living well, you know? And it looks like you are. And it looks like they don't love it. It feels like that's probably like an annoyance for them. Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you don't want to defend yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. You sit on the truth. Refuse to engage. Eight of Swords and the King of Pentacles. You're holding yourself back because you refuse to give up your footing, your stability, because you know that the second that you go to poke back, you're gonna be trapped up in here again. So you're holding the reins back because you know. Because you are sitting pretty, but oh, something else is in here. Hangman. You are sitting pretty, but you're a human. It's hard to be a person. There is always a part of us, you know, that wants to, Temperance. You're finding your balance. You have balance. And they have spell cups. Four of Cups. Look at them. Look at them. They're so upset. Like, shit. That didn't work. What do I do now? What do I do now? You know, they could just come and talk to you. They could. They could bring in this little Ace of Swords upright, you know? Some truth. Let's have an honest conversation. I'm not gonna poke you. But it doesn't look like they're ready to do that. They still wanna poke. It feels like they don't wanna poke, but it feels like it's like their only way to like get your attention or something. It's like a little kid. Because you're very busy, it seems. So it might be the only way for them to get your attention. Or it's a situation. All right. Nine of Cups, baby. This is you. Vibing out. You're like, I'm quarantined. Tell the Pisces they gotta stay home and relax for 2 weeks. Watch them shed a tear. Please, I dare you. I'll wait. Honestly. Sitting in your Nine of Cups, your Nine of Pentacles, your 10 of Cups, you're emotionally fulfilled. I don't see like Two of Cups. I don't see like any of that. I don't see the lovers out here that indicate that, like, so maybe you're single. You're doing your thing. You're kicking it in all the right ways. This person's a little grumpy about it. I want to pull an oracle card for you. Should I do the animal one? Okay. Ow! Ow, I just burned myself on incense. That's interesting. We're going to use the Queen of Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I want to use this animal one, but they're telling me to use this one, so. Oh. Look, they're already jumping out. Oh, I have to shuffle. Thank you, team, for these messages. Do we have any final thoughts in the universe for our little Pisces, our little fishies. Just ebbing and flowing. I feel like it feels like you guys are like taking all this craziness in stride. It doesn't feel like, maybe because you live in water, it's just you're always in that space that it's when everybody else is now in such an emotional space because of all the fear and the panic that you're like, listen, baby, you can't drown me because I live underwater. This is a home base for me. So you guys learn to swim. I'm going to be sitting here riding the tides until I wash up to shore. Like, it's going to be fine. It just feels like it's just one thing, just like, go away. Okay. Let's see. And always realize, like, use your own discernment with readings and stuff like this. Like, if it doesn't apply, leave it. Energies can, like, flip. They could be vice versa. Gender is fluid. You could be over here. You could be this person poking away. I don't think you are, though. One more. This could be anything, and this could even be like your parents, like you had to go back home for the quarantine and they're really trying to poke at you. You're like, I'm not 15 anymore, stop it. Like, this could transpire in work. Maybe they want you to come in still and you're like, listen, they're starting lockdowns and quarantines like, all over the place. Like, I don't feel comfortable coming in, and they're poking at you, they're threatening, you know. This could come through in like a lot of different ways. One more? Any more? One more. I don't know if they want one more. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Okay, so you got the path, growth. These are beautiful. Fruition, hunger, and you got focus. This is what you're doing. This is exactly what you're doing. You want to stay on path because the path that you are on is growing you. It is growing you. It is fortuitous for you. You know that. You know you have to, like, ride the wheel. You know, ride the wave. Because you want something. Maybe you don't know exactly what it is, or who it is, or whatever, but it looks like this is the beginning of a cycle for you. It looks like you've done a lot of growing. You're sitting in all these nines. You're sitting really comfortably in yourself, very well balanced. And you're figuring out what you want. And you're very happy in your process doing it. Them, not so much. But you're trying to not let them upset your focus with all of the poking, because you know, they're just crying out. They're just howling at the moon. They're just howling at the moon. And meanwhile, while everyone else is drowning, you breathe underwater. Don't forget that. Thank you, Pisces, very much. Your energy was very fun today. Stay focused. Don't let anybody bug you, okay? If you need me, I'm here. I'll see you next time. Bye.